Okay, welcome. This is just the explanation on the process to import an animal into New Zealand, just to hopefully make it a little bit easier for you to follow the process to get your animal in, and also just to show the value-added service that Dog Tanners really does provide, just to give you that peace of mind to easily and conveniently bring the dog in. So first of all, you need to arrange your animal to come into the country as cargo with an airline. We do recommend you do book your flights with Dog Tailors. We do have access to some of the lowest air freight rates with all the major airlines. However, you can't do it yourself. And then your first option, of course, is are we doing the clearance for you? And if so, everything is taken care of. You just collect the animal at the other end. However, if you want to save some dollars, you can do it yourself. And this is the process that you'll need to follow. So first off, you need to know is your animal arriving on Air New Zealand. There are two offices, Air New Zealand, which handle the air freight for some airlines, and there's Menzies, which handle the freight for another group of airlines. You need to know what airline what freight management company your airline uses, which you'll know from your booking when you make your air freight arrangements. So if it's in New Zealand or Menzies, it's pretty much the same process on each um, office. However, it's just good to note which one because you will need to go to that office and back to that office, and they are located in different places. So what you need to do is, on the arrival of your animal, you just need to wait for notification that your pet has been cleared by MPI. This will be done by email or phone that you provide on your booking. When this is done, you need to then go to the office to collect the BACC, which is the MPI clearance, to show that your animal is fit and healthy and okay to import into the country. Do note that this can take anywhere between 1 to 2 hours and sometimes longer. You got to just take into consideration this is the time it takes the plane to be unloaded, the cargo to be taken from the airway, the plane itself, to the MPI office, and then of course wait to a vet to see it, which is depending on how many vets are on and how many animals have come in that day. So the process can take between 1 to 2 hours and sometimes in some cases longer, so just keep this in mind. They will notify you when it's done, and you need to go to the office, which is located at the corner of Tom Pearce and Jimmy Ward Drive in Mangere, which is actually about a 5-minute drive from the airport itself. I've put a link in the description to the Google Maps for the office itself. Just note as well that on certain times of the day, it is on one of the main two exits out of the airport, and traffic can get busy, and it can take anywhere to 20 minutes, in some cases 30 minutes, to get to the office itself from the airport. So when you collect your BACC, you then need to move on to the customs clearance portion of your animal collection. This can be done prior to your animal arriving if you have a customs broker. However, if not, you will need to then take your paperwork, your BACC, your health documents from your animal you would have had completed before export from your country of origin, and go receive your customs clearance. Do note that the office itself is open between 8:30 and 4:30 Monday to Friday, and you'll need to ensure that you go to these offices between these times. There is an after hours office available, and it is located in the airport itself. However, the after hours office can sometimes be timely, delayed, and not always that efficient. It's just a matter of who's on and what's going on. It is an after-hours desk after all, so it is recommended that we try and you get your clearances done between 8:30 and 4:30 to minimise any frustration that you may receive. So once you get your customs clearance, it just involves a small payment for customs, and once you have that, you then take your paperwork back to your freight office, which is Air New Zealand or Menzies. So at that stage, you'll have two main documents: your BACC, which will have a big yes on it to say that your pet is okay to be imported into the country, and your customs clearance saying that yes, you've paid your fees to bring the dog into the country. You then bring this information back to the cargo office in New Zealand or Menzies, along with your airway bill, and you pay your final freight charges for your pet to be collected. From there you'll be given your clearance forms and you can collect your pet from the cargo centre. Note, when you're collecting your pet, you cannot leave your crate at the airport office, so you must ensure that you have transport large enough to fit your animal and your crate to be able to transport home. The freight offices will not allow you to store the crates unless you're using one of our hire crates. In order, we will then come and collect the crate on the dog's arrival. So just note, if you are using our service, all of this is taken care on your behalf. All you need to do is land, and we will deliver the dog to you at the airport or to you at your residence, whichever you prefer. So that's the service that we will offer. Next video will show the export process that is required. So thanks for listening. If you do want to use our service, visit our website, www.dogtainers.co.nz. Link is in the description, or give us a call, 0800 13 52 52. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.